1v1, Green Tooth Gorge, blue side, Wigglytuff. It's actually Toilailee plays a Techmarine, starts out range combat with this bolter, puts out some good damage, can also support his structures and repair Blood Ravens. And up against is Tex as a Lictor Alpha melee specialist that can infiltrate and disrupt with some great offense and a little bit of support. East side is natural for Tex, west side natural for Toilailee, and central contested victory point double termagants. We might see double tactical marines here from Toilailee. Hasn't gone for the second scout, so it's kind of likely right now. He likes to use his blob of tactical marines alongside the Techmarine and the apothecary. We'll see how he goes with it on this map against the Lictor Alpha. Surely we're going to be seeing some feeder tendrils in tier 1 against double tactical marines, if that is what Toilailee goes for. Maybe he's going to surprise me with double devastators or something. Those Hormagaunts will be forced off. We'll be lucky to get away without losing a model. Pretty lucky to get away there without losing a model, but they do lose one. Techmarine really can put out some DPS alongside Tax, and if they're both in heavy cover or something, it can be a pain in the ass to deal with them. Scouts are going to run into double termagants, but they do finish the cap there. Toxin sacks up for the termagant brood, health buff, damage buff, and the awesome crippling poison. Lictor Alpha now chasing off tactical marines. Looks like they caught him decapping under infiltration there, got close enough for the keen sight to kick in. Now he's up against the Techmarine and attacks, and Toilailee does go for a second tactical marine squad, heavy infantry, fight range combat with these bolters, but they can do a decent job in melee combat. Looks like Toilailee is looking around for the Lictor Alpha, is he? No, he's coming mid to cap with the Tax, who cap 50% faster than normal, and that also means they decap 50% faster, which is an awesome trait. There is the scout kill from the Lictor Alpha's flesh hook, and now they get a sergeant just after that scout kill. I think 459, I should say 500. 1-to-1 early on. Warrior brood on the way. Another scout squad for Toilailee. That grenade could come into play if these guys run into Hormagaunts. Here are the Hormagaunts. No sign of their adrenal glands. We do have crippling poison up on both the termagant broods. Are they going to take the garrison, really? Are we going to see a flamer for these guys? Maybe he realizes that with that sergeant purchase, Toilailee most likely won't have the power. 443 500. He does have the power, but he's purchased another scout squad. 1-to-1 cap. Those termagants do get away. Double Tax running around in tier 1 is not a pretty sight for your opponent. Feed it. No, Toxin Miasma on the way for Tex. Warrior brood is up, which will help. These guys are heavy infantry, provide a basic synapse, and they have power melee. Reasonably tough with 10-50 hit points, and they can leap into combat, as you saw there. Knocked back though by the scouts with their shotgun, and that causes a mass retreat. Double Tax and scouts and the Techmarine. No way they can stand against that. Lictor Alpha really needs to be there. Wonder if we see some pheromones action. Toxin Miasma then, probably the least popular Lictor Alpha weapon that I see purchased. There's the flesh hook. It's pretty nice though. As you can see, it has a debuff effect to units that you strike. I believe it does damage over time as well. I'm not entirely sure though. It doesn't say on the tooltip. Maybe it used to and it was removed or something. 443, 445. It's his only weapon that is not power melee, which is probably why you see it less than the others. Triple cap now for Toilailee. Scouts in retreat, but they'll be fine. Just double termagants there. He's going to come to the western cap, maybe even start harassing power. Just the node up though for Toilailee. He's really gone hard and heavy in tier 1 in terms of getting units out quickly. These guys now getting a sergeant, so he's going to have double scout sergeants and shotguns up. He's keeping the pressure on Tex here. Lictor Alpha, just that little smidgen of XP from taking that scout out with the flesh hook. There's the Kraken bolts from the double tactical marines, and he's gone for the Barb Strangler to try and control them with suppression. Obviously figuring that trying to get into melee is not going to work out for him with the shotgun scouts around and the possibility of bionics and stuff, but a tactical marine is taken out by the flesh hook. Nicely done by Tex. That must have been a really close run thing, because they've just almost perfectly lost a third of their hit points and lost a model. Pomegrante's getting absolutely owned here by double tactical marines and scouts. These tacs getting pretty low, not losing a model though. And now he's found himself in front of a power farm, and he's going to shoot it up with his bolters, leaving his two-man tactical squad to quickly cap this eastern VP. What's this? Techmarine forcing off termagants. Now he's going to get behind cover and fire away at these guys. They do cap and retreat. 443, 344. And beacon play from Toilailee allows his units to reinforce in the field, also gives them this retreat point and some health regen. So what is Tex going to do against this? He's gone for double warrior brews, double Barb Strangler's awesome. Used to see this now and then in retail, and it was pretty powerful. That is 100 power spent on warriors and Barb Stranglers in tier 1 though. That's quite a lot. As you can see here though, he's doing an awesome job controlling those tactical marines. Scouts trying to force melee combat, stopping those Barb Stranglers from firing. Those warrior brood did actually lose a model there. Wow, double Barb Stranglers. Don't think Toilailee was expecting this. Lictor Alpha forced to retreat. He's up against it here though, trying to assault Toilailee's stuff, and a beautiful grenade in retreat path takes out the Lictor Alpha. Just have to say he's up against it, trying to assault Toilailee's stuff right in front of a relay beacon like that. Here come the Hormagaunts. They do have their adrenal glands. Beautiful grenade again by Toilailee. Only kills one Hormagaunt though, and actually killed one of the scouts. 443, 285. Lictor Alpha is repurchased. I do feel he really needs to think on the field to put some melee pressure on. But Toilailee dominating so far in terms of map control, and he's had the best of the engagements as well. I thought it was going to try and get tier 2 quickly, Tex, and get a Tyrant Guard or even two of them. But we'll see. He could go tier 2 right now, and we could see that Tyrant Guard. Tyrant Guard alongside double Barb Strangler Warriors and a Lictor Alpha could be a pain in the arse. Shotgun Scouts taking out the generator, and it's going to go down. Down it goes. That's the whole 3 generators taken out. I thought he was going to go for a cheeky grenade there, but he goes for the shotgun blast on the double warriors. These guys do go for the grenade, but it misses. Really has made those grenades pay off though. Just with that Lictor Alpha kill, made them pay for themselves immediately there. Tex is pushing quite hard. Both players going tier 2 around about the same time, and Toilailee is forced to change his retreat point back to his HQ. You have to deactivate the relay beacon, or they'll just constantly retreat back to it and just get owned by melee attacks and stuff, and not actually leave the area. So he loses his beacon, which is 200 rec, 20 power. Apparently something happened with his Techmarine, not sure, maybe he didn't retreat or something. No war gear for this guy yet. He's almost level 2. He's killed a bunch of Hormagaunts and Termagants. Mostly Termagants, I think, these guys capping at east side. And that has really changed the dynamic of the game. An awesome push by Tex. Those double Barb Stranglers really doing their thing. And then he took down a relay beacon. Toilailee is not far off getting a Dreadnought. I hope he does. Tex shooting up Hormagaunts, who in turn are trying to eat a power node. And is going for the Endless Swarm. These guys have done well, almost level 2. 417, 189, 2-1 cap for Tex. There is an infestation capillary tower from the global bar of the Lictor Alpha, increasing speed and granting a sight radius buff. 407, 189. Bob Strangler dealing with these scouts. Grenade easily dodged. Really difficult to hit the grenade in that instance unless Tex wasn't looking at the engagement, but he obviously was. 399, 189. Scouts, because of the uniform damage of the Barb Strangler, not losing a model there. Now he's just going to force melee. Shotgun blast. Is he going to try grenade here? 60 energy to throw a grenade, isn't it? Yeah, he has enough. Still the 2-to-1 cap for Tex. There's the grenade, nicely done. Baiting them in for melee and a nicely placed grenade. Should there be a minimum range on grenades, or should you be able to use them defensively? I think it's okay that you can. Does make stuff like Dire Avengers quite dangerous to melee units in tier 1 though, and a Dreadnought is up for Toilailee. Starts off as a full melee walker with 2 close combat weapons, inspiring nearby troops to do more damage and other stuff whenever it makes a kill, and the inspiration buff is not insignificant. So if you can kill stuff over and over, I don't think it stacks, but if you can keep that buff up, it makes a huge difference to engagements. And Tex has the Venom Brood, but is that going to be enough? I'm not sure it is. He's going for the ranged synapse. 367, 188. They do really good damage to vehicles, as you can see here, and they're firing on the move. 2-to-1 cap for Toilailee, hitting power again, and the ranged synapse is up. 50 rec, 40 power, I believe it is. Bit of an odd costing, but there you go. Very rare that you see the rec and power cost of something so close together like that. 367, 173. Scouts decapped the east side, but here come Hormagaunts. Are we going to see a cheeky grenade? There it is. Nope. It's a shotgun blast instead. Goes for the safe option. Now he's taken down the Complementary Tower, which do grant a decent amount of XP now. 75, I believe it is, which would have been shared across all of those squads, and he's gone for the assault cannon. I imagine the Venom Brood are going to be a prime target for his double tax, double Kraken bolts, and the assault cannon will take down a Warrior Brood or Venom Brood model quite quickly, I think. Tactical Marine is taken out by the Lictor Alpha, level 2. Are we going to see the deadly jump? Surely. So you can jump in amongst those double tacks. What is this? Spore mines. Telegraphed, obviously, by the marker, but here they are. Come from the global bar of the Lictor Alpha. Really annoying global as well. Can really change engagements if you drop them just before they start. Going to take out a Techmarine. Yes, he does. 367, 115. Didn't even need to detonate, I don't think. Has lost a bunch of models off the spawn mines. These Hormagaunts are toast. Wow. Lost about 5 models in a single second there. And the spawn mines doing the job. Nicely done by Tex. Forces off the double tax with spawn mines. They do have sergeants though. 367, 102. Tyrant Guard is up. I love these things. 2,500 hit points of super heavy infantry armor. Tough. And they put out some damage as well, but let's keep on this engagement. Dreadnought turns around with some repair support from Blessing of the Omnisire of the Techmarine, and now Scouts, but they are losing health to Termagants. Grenade is nicely dodged there, just about got out of the way. 357, 98. I don't think this Toxin Miasma has done a whole lot. He's on his way to level 3 though, so he's not done too badly. And here's that Tyrant Guard now a lot faster that it's close to those Venom Brood, because they've given it a synapse. As you can see, it really is pretty speedy under synapse, and will do a lot of damage to that Dreadnought, and of course tie it up so it can't fire that very dangerous assault cannon. But here you see the damage output of the Techmarine with that plasma gun doing so much damage to the super heavy infantry armor of the Tyrant Guard. Wow, that was like 3 or 4 shots, and look at the health. Could see a plasma gun on one of the tacks as well. What's going on west? Double tacks are both here. These guys trying to force melee combat on Barb Strangler warriors, which do retain some melee usefulness with their Barb Strangler. They lose the power melee, I think. They must, surely. Toilailee has a whole lot of red. Rush tier 3 and get a Venerable. Go on, go on, go on. You know you want to. Dreadnought has been fully repaired, which I'm sure will be quite annoying for Tex. This Tyrant Guard in shield wall mode gives it vehicle armor and a bunch of health regen. But it does take a long time to heal up. Another Tyrant Guard on the way for Tex. We'll see if he keeps that decision. Lictor Alpha in amongst Tactical Marines. You see that Toxin Miasma effect. It is a per model effect, I believe. That's what the visual effect indicates in a way. 25698 doesn't affect the whole squad. Now the assault cannon and that plasma cannon doing much less to the Tyrant Guard while it's in shield wall. It looks like he is sticking with that Tyrant Guard choice. Double Tyrant Guard, double Barb Strangler Warriors. This is pretty cool. Second Tyrant Guard hits the field. You might want to put a capillary. Oh yeah, there's that one here to boost the speed of Tyrant Guard. Tyrant Guard are really helped out by these capillary towers. That one's taken down though. Now you see the damage output of the Tyrant Guard on that Dreadnought. I think he does around 80 heavy melee DPS. 23198, losing a lot of damage though. Losing a lot of health, I should say, and goes down. That was a missile hit from the Tactical Marine squad. If he just could have waited for the second Tyrant Guard to get into action. In fact, he's not moving, that guy. 22198, a big mistake by Tex. Drop pod is brought down. Now Toilailee can reinforce around it if he gets close enough. These guys using and they shall know no fear. Giving them a 40% damage resistance, I believe it is, and making their melee attacks have a chance to knock back. Here's the second Tyrant Guard. Took a while to get involved. That was a big mistake. If he could have got it in while the other Tyrant Guard was there, could have charged in, stopped the missile hit, maybe taken the Dreadnought down. There's a flesh hook. 20298. Down goes that capillary tower. Drop pod has 500 hit points, I believe, yes. Of vehicle armor, is it? Surely not. No, it can't be. I'm not sure what it is. But down it goes to the Tyrant Guard. There's a special attack. Tyrant Guard has a pretty good one. Does seem to be delayed afterwards though. But now double missile Tactical Marines. And that could be vital if Tex gets to tier 3, tries to get Carnifexes up. Having those double missile launchers, especially if he combines it with Signum armor. I'm not sure if he has it already. 18198. Tyrant Guard in shield wall, can it survive? Zone throw up, as you see there. Artillery piece for Tex. Not the range and the damage to compete with plasma cannons and blast masters and stuff, but doesn't need to set up, doesn't do friendly fire, and grants that health regen synapse, of course. An awesome assault cannon barrage there. He's putting another capillary tower. Not sure why he's putting them so close to Toilailee. They're going down in like 3 missile hits, I think. That plasma gun doing its stuff for the Techmarine. Incredibly painful to heavy armor. Down goes one of the Venom Brood from it. Is he using the term against the type of Dreadnought? Why are they moving there? Not sure what's going on. 18198 has the Endless Sworn on both of his termagates, taking up to 10 models. And he's got some real staying power here. Tyrant Guard steal it in shield wall and regenerating health. Now he's chasing down a Dreadnought. 18198. Both players kind of stuck in tier 2 here. Wow, a really nice barrage on that little blob of Warrior Brood models and Venom Brood models. That was awesome. Another capillary tower in retreat path there. Lictor Alpha capping. He's level 3 and has the pheromone accessory. Now this is a dead Dreadnought, I think. Slowed by the focus warp blast of the zone throw. Which is a pretty long range snare, and down goes the Tyrant Guard. It's one of the best vehicle snares in the game. It's very long range, on demand, and does damage as well when it hits. 17398. Tyrant Guard probably paying for itself. Space Marine Dreadnoughts are 120 power. The Tyrant Guard is 55 power. And it had the assault cannon upgraders, which is another 100 rep, 30 power, I believe. Lictor Alpha trying to tie up the Tactical Marines, but now this Tyrant Guard's in trouble, taking double missile hits. Double zone thropes here for Tex, a crazily heavy tier 2. You don't usually see this from Tyranids. Usually they want to get tier 3 and get their monstrous creatures on the field. Tyrant Guard will go down with another missile or 2. It is healing up, but down it goes. You get 50 red as well from taking down the Tyrant Guard, which is a hell of a lot. Techmarine now runs away. Another capillary tower goes up, 153, 94. He's got a nice line of them here, as you see.
Swarm is overwhelming a victory point.
Big fights over the middle. Tex will retake it for now. And a whirlwind on the way for Toilailee. Tactical Marines taking heavy losses. These guys lost their sergeant, in fact. There's double zones. Double zones, very, very good versus Tactical Marines. Doing that psychic PvP damage from long range. 153, 86. Termagants finished the cap, there it is. Look at the state of the ground here, lots of Tyranid crap all over the place. Lost one of his Barb Strangler warrior models. One of the squads, I should say. These guys have already lost a model as well. And here is the whirlwind. Artillery piece, mostly there to disrupt stuff rather than do damage. We'll see if it pays off here. Drop pod used to reinforce his tactical marines. 136, 86, and a nice push here. Grenade on the blob of termagants. That could be very painful. Didn't lose as much as I thought under range synapse there, and level 3 they are. 128, 86. Zone thropes. There's the marked target, and he's shooting them up with the overcharged plasma, but they do survive. Whirlwind, there's the shots. Really awesome disruption, as you can see, and they also have that hunter killer missile. Not the toughest vehicles around though, just 400 hit points, and they're being worked on by the zone thropes, or zone thrope as it is now. 105, 86, the other one retreated back, but Tex is going to get a triple cap and another Tyrant Guard on the way. Now that he can put a lot more pressure on those tactical marines with the double zone thropes. Still has a Barb Strangler as well. Really surprised he hasn't got the deadly jump. I suppose just hasn't had the resources for it. He does have an out. Could instantly get in amongst those tactical marines and cause havoc, or tie up the very dangerous Techmarine here. Now has plasma gun and the Signum armor, which passively buffs the damage of that plasma gun now. Doesn't have the energy for a grenade in retreat path. He might though, that's why he's chasing. 44, 86. Very close on VPs. Double cap for Tex. I don't think Toilailee has what it takes to push here. We'll see. With that Tyrant Guard coming in very slowly though, is going to get here in time to make a difference in this engagement. A very important engagement. Techmarine goes down. A nice flesh hook to use there. Double zones backing off. 29, 86. Lictor Alpha coming into his own in this engagement. On his way to level 5, now going after the tactical marines who use, and they shall know no fear. But here is the Tyrant Guard to force off the other squad. Has that splash damage as well, the Tyrant Guard. Can he get a rear arm hit on the whirlwind with the Tyrant Guard and take it down? There's the capillary tower. GG from Toilailee. He knows it's over, and there is the concede. Felt like he either needed another. I'm sure he would have loved to get a venerable and drop it in that range blob. Felt like he needed to go tier 3 at some point. He bled a lot of tactical marines though. Both squads are level 4. The Techmarine I think did pretty damn well. The Lictor Alpha on the edges of the game, I think he did get close to level 5. Didn't seem to see him directly kill a bunch of stuff, but I suppose he did well with his flesh hook. And look at the bodies on the floor. We had double Barb Strangler warriors. We were onto our third Tyrant Guard. Just goes to show you don't need to go to tier 3 to do well with Tyranids. He didn't need to use his Carnifexes and still came out on top. Had a whole bunch of red as well. Over 500, close to 600. Thanks for watching guys, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.